down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to the Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
What's going on, Savvy Investors? This is your friend, Steve VanCauwenbergh. Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you're out there grinding it out. Hopefully that you started a business. Yes, I realize that, yes, most millionaires are made from real estate. That's like a statistic. I don't know exactly where that came from, but you've heard that over and over again, so we kind of believe it. But what I've noticed in the last couple of years is building a business that puts money in your pocket that can propel you. And so that could be an eBay business. That could be a side hustle selling some ice cream at the curb. That could be owning a carpet store. That could be a remodel business. Another entity that you own, I encourage you to think of a way to make more money, resources, so you can buy more assets, so you can do more things and live happily ever after. Bang, bang. Well, anyway, I came across this gem of an article, and it's like called Tips and Tricks, or actually Tips and Techniques to Propel Your Small Business Growth. Man, let me tell you right now, this is not me. I'm just commentating on this one. This was sent to me through Constant Contact somehow, through their corporation. The gal that needs all the credit, all the love, and all the blang blang, her name is Susan Solvic, Solvic. And she wrote 13 tips and tricks to propel your small business. Let me tell you something. She knows what's cracking. I would actually maybe even reach out to her and have her mentor you, coach you, do something, because she dropped it hot. And she says right out the gate, what does it mean to grow your business? Man, that's something that I'm learning right now as I'm reading this book, Start With Why. Phenomenal. So much phenomenal that I was rebuilding another website for an entity that I have, and I stopped building that website and I stopped and finished this book. I'm like, what's the reasoning behind? So first of all, you got to understand, what does it mean to grow your business? Is it the same thing as increasing profits on the bottom line, or does it mean increasing sales on the top line? Interesting. Profits on the bottom, sales on top. So a lot of people get real busy getting sales, but are you making money? It's important to understand the relationship between these two approaches, also known as growth, so you can evaluate your business, okay? So that's what we're going to do right now. What's our goal? What are you trying to do? What's growth? Like right now, we're working at the Sevy office. You know, what should we do with Investor Weekend? We love it. It's impacting people. Should we move it to a new city like Sacramento and grow and build a network there? Or does it make sense? Or Virginia? Should we look in Virginia? Why these markets? Is this going to put bottom line income in our pocket? Or what's our reasoning behind it? So kind of think about those points. Here's some things that she dropped off, and I'm telling you, they're off the chain. Number one, analyze the performance of your sales team. If they're not meeting your expectations or showing signs of that they can get it done, are they a can-do person? Then you might need to clip them. Or are they working on commission only? And if they're working on commission only, are they getting it done? Like, meaning, like, are they just doing the bare minimum? So reevaluate the people that you have on your team in the sales arena. That could be the person that answers the phone. And I know that I have this problem in real estate a lot, where something, or I did at one time, that something's not renting. And then if you heard this podcast a while back ago, I'm kind of just touching on it real briefly. I had this hot property. It was like, it made sense, but I couldn't rent it out. And after I analyzed it, I went over to the property. It could be this, maybe it needs new paint. And, you know, my homeboy was like, hey, it could be a management problem. It could be the way you're handling your phone messages, or not handling them at all, or not responding. You got to respond to people. How is the process of your sales? So that leads me into number two. Write down everything you do and categorize these tasks. And then you can delegate them and outsource. You know, ladies and gents, you know darn well that I love to outsource like everything. So you've got to make sure that you write down exactly everything you're doing, why you're doing it, and how can you delegate it. Number three, re-examine, the things that you're purchasing. I've realized, just trying to be cheap and save money on every transaction that you're purchasing, like let's say from a vendor, and the vendor that I use is Amazon. Like, I'm telling you, I got stung the other day at Staples. It was just ridiculous. I went and bought this tub and this paper I needed and something else, and it was like $50. Now, my time is worth more, but I mean, when I went later on Amazon, it was half that price. And I'm like, why am I even thinking about going out? Now, of course, this had to slap me in the face because I wasn't prepared and I needed this specific paper at this specific time. But I need to reevaluate where I'm purchasing stuff. You may be the same way. Don't spend too much time on eBay when you know if you're going to pay a few more dollars, even on Amazon. Sometimes I nickel and dime on Amazon versus, say, another platform. Just get it done and examine it so you can improve and save money on what you're doing. All right, sorry, I'm losing train of thought there. Number 4, improve your accounts and your receivable ratio. Now, this is girls talking about small businesses, but like, where are you getting your deals from? Reevaluate. What's your conversion rate? You know, for years, I used to hang out with this dude, and he would tell me exactly how much it costs for him to acquire an asset. Do you know what it costs for you, or your time, or what software are you using to keep track? CRM, how many postcards does it take? Yellow letters, bandit signs, where are you getting? That's would be a vendor. Number 5, look at the repetitive tasks and your team and how they perform. Are the procedures written down? And you know, that's what I do here. Can you replace this person within 3 days? Can you? Probably not. I don't know. But if someone needs to be replaced, or if you need to scale your business, you got to have policies and procedures written down. You got to have a system in place. I noticed that the years that I've been an entrepreneur, pretty much my whole life, and it always boils down to having a system. You got a great idea, you got a profit machine, but when you go on vacation, that machine stops. Can you create a whole business that runs without you? Where are you getting your leads from? Is it building a relationship with a specific individual, or is it a service that you're paying for? Is this something else at your competitor? You need to ask the hard questions. Can they accomplish more, these repetitive tasks? Can you delegate them? Be sure that you let your procedures to be improved upon. Okay, don't fall victim to never getting it done, like AKA your taxes, and then you pay more, okay? Or you're losing a deduction because you didn't do it right. Number 6, audit. Audit everything that you're doing. Why, this fascinates me, but I've actually been doing this. Why do I use this type of underwear? I just came up in a conversation today, no joke. And I had this underwear and I don't know why I decided to change up underwear. And I spent too much time researching underwear. But check this out. Maybe it was too many commercials that I saw on TV or heard about Duluth or a billboard that I saw. I don't really watch TV, but I did come across some underwear through my research that I like. But if I didn't audit what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, I wouldn't have found the bamboo underwear. That's right. I told that to somebody today. They're like, you wear bamboo? Yes, I do. I do. I like the soft material. Take an audit. Where are you at? What are you doing? Launch a customer referral program. Reward existing customers that are bringing you business. I'm telling you right now, I love, there's an investor in my market. He's like, I have a $500 referral program. I mean, it's on his Facebook page. It's very clear. His business cards are very clear. He's constantly trying to give you $500 so you can constantly bring him a deal. Savvy. He's out there working, and he's got multiple people bird dogging for him, hoping and wishing and praying that they would get the $500 referral bonus. Create that in your own business, a referral program. Also, any time that anyone brings any kind of business in my world, man, I try to figure out a way to bless them. I was hanging out with a friend the other day. I'm like, this person, how can we bless this person and thank them for what they're doing for me? And some people may not be monetarial. Like my hair person, right? I just love talking to her, and she does a good job and they're reasonably priced. And I'm like, how can I, not only that I tip, but how could I increase her life? And she tells the world about me and what I do in real estate. Interesting. And do it. Create a loyalty program. Find out someone, the key people, it is the 80-20 rule, who is giving you the business, who is on your side, not on your side to be fake. They want to get something from you, but who genuinely, and create a loyalty program for those people. Maybe I saw an investor do this last year. Good job, homeboy. I don't want to say his name on there, but he had an intimate Christmas dinner where he invited certain people to come and he kind of blessed them. Can you create a loyalty program in your real estate business or whatever business you're in? She says here on the medium-term small business growth tips, number 1, research your local competitors. You should do that on a regular basis. That's my words. And similar businesses in your area and also out of your area. Approach, what does it look like? Also, approach people in the retirement age, and they may be wanting to sell. Now, this is the great thing about real estate. I know, I'm telling you, mark your calendar. I turned 46 this week. Check it. In about 30 years from now, 20 years from now, I'm probably going to sell all this stuff. So check in with some retiree real estate investors that would take terms on some property. And that's the class that we're doing, creativefinancingnow.com. That's great plug. Creative, hey, no money down, subject to owner finance. Well, my boy, Thomas Morgan, is going down today. Thursday, September 26th, 6:30 to 9:30. It's going to be off the chain. How to find and use, achieve, no credit required, financing to help you. That was my commercial. Anyway, you got it? So, but here's the deal. In 30 years, you should put in your reminder. 30 years from now, call VanCauwenbergh or text him or email him. Hey, man, you got any property you want to sell? Yep, I sure do. And I'm telling you, the older someone becomes, the more motivated they are. Survey your customers, number 2, or which would be 9, 10. Survey your customers and find out what other products or services that they need. For example, I was hanging out with a phenomenal landlord, and we're having lunch. We used to have lunch all the time, and it's been a little bit distant. And he was running into an appliance issue. A lot of his tenants were having appliance problems, and I was like, man, I saw the opportunity. Why can't I supply the appliances for him? Seriously, someone needs to jump on this idea. This guy manages over 400 properties for several investors. He has about 100 of himself, and he doesn't have the resources, aka U-Haul truck, and the ability to get appliances back and forth to places or supply them. So you do the math. 400 people renting a $25, $50 refrigerator from you. Wow, that could be some serious cheddar monthly. And what would it cost you? Can you scale it? Can you do it? It's a service. Think about it. Get out of your comfort zone. Survey your customers. What are they needing? Your friends, where are they hurting? What services that they're paying for and why? Maybe they need coaching. Maybe you can coach them. Long-term business growth. Talk to the city. And my mentor, this dude's been balling for so long, and I never understood how did he's in an area in Oklahoma City that no one's even thought about, and my man's already gobbling up all these properties, and already I could see people already shifting. As one of my homies said, the path of progress is where you need to be buying. Well, how do you find that information? You talk to city officials. You build relationships with people. Talk to other real estate professional peoples in their neighborhood. Find out what's transitioning. Where's it going? What's happening? For example, do you know where's the latest and greatest new development's going to happen? How many people a month are moving into your city? Where is it going? Audit everything in your area. I know I was a little distracted. I got this article and it kind of juiced me up again. This was from Susan Solvik. And this was at Constant Contact. It says Susan Solvik is the small business expert and an award-winning entrepreneur, keynote speaker, New York Times best-selling author. Check into her. Anyway, you tuned into the Savvy Radio Show. I'm glad that you listened to it. If there's a subject or a topic that you want us to cover, me, whoever, or who you want me to interview, man, maybe I should reach out to this gal. Talk to you soon.
What is the Savvy Boot Camp? Are you struggling to get to the next level as a business owner, as an investor? Do you want to multiply your income? Sign up for the Savvy Boot Camp, a strategic and supercharged one-night and one-day event. designed to shortcut your learning process and propel you forward. Just value, no upsells, and an intimate setting to build relationships with like-minded investors. We will be covering how personality profiling can make you a millionaire, outsourcing and the nitty-gritty of maximizing your property management, scaling your business through systems and automation, technology hacks you should be using every day, and how to raise private money. Go to www.savvybootcamp.com now to register.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at savvyradioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.